two reasons that majority of people struggle with money. And until you learn these two things, money will always be this thing that you reach for, you aim for, you want, and you'll never understand that money will chase you when you can get these two things in line. Money is simply all about perspective and usefulness. I want to tackle these things one at a time and kind of just dive into them a little bit. And so, kind of just jumping straight into the video, money is perspective, right? A lot of times we watch YouTube or we watch TV or we look at celebrities or some of these guys, and they'll go out and they'll spend $100,000, $300,000 on a vehicle, or $50 million on a home, or they'll spend, I don't know, 500 grand on a watch. And you see these numbers and you're like, what in the piss? What is going on here? Why are they spending so much money? And the thing is, you have to understand that perspective is everything, and perspective is reality. $500,000 or $10 million isn't a lot of money to everybody. It all depends on how much you have, right? So my thing is, it's really easy to judge someone from your own seat versus being in the seat of someone else and then judging from their perspective. It's really easy to be rich and look at someone who's poor and think, man, how are you not rich? Or why are you making those stupid decisions? And vice versa. It's really easy to put yourself in your own shoes and be a poor person and look at someone rich and be like, that's stupid that you would make that decision. Like, there's people starving in Africa. Like, we've all heard it before. And both are true. The reason the rich person is rich is because they made decisions that the poor person isn't willing to make. And the poor person's right because there are starving children in Africa that could probably use some of the money that rich people spend on watches. However, there's still perspective. Where we see someone going to spend, I'm not, again, let me back up a little bit. I'm not saying that all rich people are good. There's some rich people doing some wild junk that I don't agree with. I'm just trying to look at this from, if I had this infinite amount of money, what I would do and how I would probably perceive things. And the first thing is that if I did buy a $500,000 watch, it's not just because I'm trying to spend a bunch of money on stupid crap, but it is probably because I set a reward for myself and I've already given hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to my church or charities, fill in the blank, foundations, whatever. And if I did buy a $500,000 watch, I would also make sure that that $500,000 watch was less than 5 to 10% of my income. So there's a lot that goes into some of these decisions that people think are being made, right? If you make $50,000 a year and you see someone buy a $500,000 watch, you're immediately like, man, that's 10 times my salary on that person's wrist. That's a lot of money. Where this person is like, $500,000 is like a month, less than a month worth of income. There's 18-year-olds on YouTube right now making 500 grand a month. Like, it's only a lot of money to the person that doesn't make a lot of money, right? And that's really the part that you got to get through your brain. The other side of things is usefulness, right? You've heard money is a tool. 100% accurate. Money is just a tool. You're not meant to store up money and just have it sitting in a vault somewhere and, doing nothing. Money is supposed to work for you. And that's really hard to understand if you're someone who typically works for money. If you're someone that works for money, it's because you don't understand the fact that money should be working for you. Or you haven't figured out how to put the money to work in your life or for yourself. And so that's what you got to figure out. One, you have to look at money from a different perspective of, it's just a tool and it's just being used to generate more income or more money. And two, the fact that you have to transition from working for money to having the money work for you. And you can do that in a ton of different ways: investments, starting businesses, building systems, etc. Now with AI out, like, you can literally build business and run a whole business with one man up to probably, I mean, you could probably build a $10 million business right now by yourself with AI. No reason you can't, right? There's people out there, there's 20, 25-year-olds running coaching businesses right now as we speak that are running $500, $700, $1 million a month through their business with minimal employees, because they figured out how to use money as a tool. They figured out how to stop working for money and how to get the money to work for them, whether that's, again, hiring somebody to do their job, or building a system, or whatever. And so until you get those two things right, and until you get those two things in perspective, money's always going to be something that you're chasing. It's always going to be something that you're aiming for, that you're wanting, that you're craving, and it'll never come to you because you haven't become the person that deserves the money that you're looking for. So I hope that helps. I hope that this gives you a new way to look at all this. But again, money is all about perspective and the way you look at it. And money is just a tool to be used to go create more of it. So with that, guys, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram or comment below. But catch you guys on the next one. Peace.